What a day. Oh, my car's so hot. Bad thing about it being summer and having. Is that a rock? Yes, it was. Anyways. Anyways. Whatever I was saying was not important. Hi. If you're new here, I'm Ben. I like to lift weights. This is me documenting my journey to becoming a natural pro bodybuilder. One day, not anytime soon, not within the next several months for sure, to one day, you know. Today's agenda: shoulders and arms. So we're going to start with some sort of overhead press, then a side raise, a rear delt movement, then I will do a tricep push down and a curl. One of each of those. There's not a lot to. I feel like training shoulders is fairly simple as long as you hit them with the right intensity and the right amount of volume. They'll grow. There is a lot of form issues with shoulders you can get into, such as when you get heavier on your dumbbell or your side raises, you can get into a lot of trap. Your trap can get a lot of residual work out of it. So that is one thing that you can. That's one thing you gotta watch out for on your form. Make sure your side delt is still raising the weight and not your. Make sure your trap isn't moving first. Also, elbow placement is pretty big on your shoulder, on your overhead pressing, so you get your front delt activated and not your upper chest. So, might not see me go as heavy as I normally do, but I'm really going to try and see if I can find my front delt, find my shoulder, I guess, and push with my shoulder. Almost train like a bodybuilder, you know? Maybe slow down my reps too a little bit. I think during my warm ups, I'll definitely slow down and try and find my front delt on my presses, whatever press we do. It's not a lot to say, really. I mean, shoulders are pretty easy. I enjoy shoulders a lot. I enjoy training shoulders. Um, Side raises are very fun. Only thing with them is if you get too heavy, you can get into some other stuff. You can strain your neck really bad too. I have a bit of a weak neck, so I'm gonna try and make sure I don't aggravate it. A couple years ago, I pinched a nerve in my neck, and like the back of my head hurts so bad in my neck. I had to get adjusted, so I've been very careful with my neck. But also, I've been trying to strengthen my neck, make it a little stronger, and get it used to being underweight. Just body weight, not an absurd amount of weight or something like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to, instead of focusing on strength per se, I'll probably still do the 6 to 8 rep range, but I'm gonna make sure I am progressing on my movements, but also in front of progression be muscle stimulus and muscle growth, because that's what's important. That's what is important. If you want to be a bodybuilder and take the gym seriously, not take the fun out of the gym at all. I mean, I find it very fun. You gotta, change up your training. You know, I also might change up my diet again to where I'm eating more beef and rice. I feel like a pre-workout beef and rice would be a pretty decent pre-workout meal. What I did today was I ate my eggs. Then about 2 hours after that, I had 2 servings of Rice Krispie cereal, 300 calories, 70 grams of carbs. Very like easily digestible, very low ingredient list. You can say it that way, I guess. And then pre-workout, about 45 minutes ago, I had a scoop of protein and peanut butter mixed together, chuck it up in a shaker, drank that, and I had 2 bananas. So that'll give me some potassium. I have salt in my jug. I meant to put salt and have some electrolytes or something, but I haven't really sweat at all. So there's not much point in me doing that. Um, but, such is life. I'm excited to train. Thinking about changing my training style kind of excites me, I guess, if that makes sense. I know there's one uh, form coach, I believe. I don't think he's a bodybuilding coach. He's a form coach, Charles Glass. Um, I've seen videos of him training people, and him saying that the most bodybuilders will, before they do the movement, they'll try and like close their eyes. They'll try and find their bottom lat and try and flex it and bring it out and um, learn that, because it's a skilled move to be able to do that, have that mind muscle connection to where you can flex the outside head of your tricep. Like, how do you do that? It's kind of easy to just lock your elbow and flex your tricep, but can you just like squeeze just that outside head of your tricep? So I don't really know what I'm talking about, to be honest with you, but maybe it makes some sense. I'm turning. Be gent or be patient with me. So I've been reading in Matthew. I've just been reading through the New Testament and starting with the Gospels just to give me something to read. And I read the verse. Almost everybody knows the city a city shining on a hill, but in that verse it says a city shining on a hill cannot be hidden. Just I never paid attention to the second half of that verse. It cannot be hidden. So whenever we are you know, me, you, whoever is trying to live like Christ, you can't hide it. You're going to stick out. You're going to be different, which is fine. Um, you know, I think all of us are called to be different and not fit in and be set apart. I'm sure a lot of people have heard that verse too. You know, you were called to be set apart. So that's all I have out of that. That's a little nugget, kind of still digesting it and thinking through it, processing it, what it means and stuff. So, all right, about 10 minutes out. So, once I get around this curve and get on a straight part, see you later. After an extensive warm up, this is not me as much as I did last week, but feeling a lot in my shoulder. Really found my front delt, so I'm gonna stay at this weight. Do a couple good ones. Might go up a 10. I don't know. We'll see how it feels. So. Come on, wait. It's all you. I got 1 pound. Go, wait, push, breathe out, blow it out, go. Good. Oh. Okay, last one felt good, so the same thing again. Come on, let's go. All right, Matt, come on. There you go. Breathe out. Come on. Breathe. Come on. Just start keeping it from stopping. Come on. Good. All shoulders. Come on. Squeeze those shoulders. Oof. Okay, so my shoulders are getting slowly more and more fried as I did those 2 sets, and then I already did a warm-up set of this, so I'm just gonna try and find my side delt, make my side delt raise their weight, not my neck or my traps or stuff of that nature. So. Oh, my neck. Nope. We're going to start adding in shrugs because I need my traps to grow. So we'll see how this goes. I don't have straps. I usually wear straps on these. Ooh, that got heavy. Ooh. 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 All right, last set of this. Let's make it a good one. Oh. Oh. All right, triceps now. Gonna not go as heavy as I normally do, and really try and get a good mind muscle connection, a good squeeze in my tricep. Make sure my tricep is the prime mover of the movement. That last set wasn't heavy enough, so I went up 20 pounds. See if I can get a little more of a challenging set. All right. 2 set of curls, cardio, and we're out of here. Last set went up 10. Heard John Cena say it. I don't know who started it, but said last set, best set. So that's what we're gonna do. My biceps are cramping, bro. What a day. What a session. Very pleased with that session at the very least. I really felt my shoulders in all of my movements. Well, in the movements that I wanted to work my shoulders. But that second set of the overhead presses, I overshot and I wasn't quite locked in, I guess. So, I mean, that's part of it. I guess I used enough to where I didn't have much left. I didn't rest enough in between the sets. I thought I was good. Kind of wanted to keep the tension while I had it, So then those machine sides, I really like on side raises, keeping the weight in front of me, not on my side, as strange as that is. But I really feel like it gets it off my trap, and I can really raise with my side delt. So I enjoy doing that. And then um, I don't I don't really enjoy um, rear delt dumbbell flies, like the bent over ones, because anytime I look at myself in the mirror, I'm not even. My left side is coming up more somehow. I'm rolled somehow, and it's frustrating because I have to go down and weight a lot, and I'm not getting much of a squeeze out of it, and it's just difficult. It's just annoying. So I prefer the cables. That's why I say that. Um, yeah, I prefer the cables for sure. Usually no grip, just really try and drive my shoulder blades back whenever I finish the move. Um, then where I'm going to incorporate shrugs, because if I'm going to, on my shoulder days, do the movements in a way where my traps are disengaged, then I need to do, my traps will get some residual stimulus pump, however you want to phrase it. Then I need to incorporate a move that directly targets my traps, because I need my traps to grow. I need them to, that's very much an aesthetic part of, you know, an important part of aesthetics. Having proportional traps, not massive traps. I saw a video. I don't know if it was on Instagram or where I saw it, but there's a guy who only trains one like his right trap. He won't he does one arm dumbbell shrugs with the right side of his body. He doesn't do the left side of his body. And the video that I saw was him in his basement doing it, and his dad yelling at him saying, "You better not be doing those shrugs down there." Whether it's staged or not, I don't know. But he cut the video off real quick. So I think I do not recommend that at all. His left trap is way down here, and his right trap is like by his ear. So I do not recommend that at all. But I don't know why I thought of that. Kind of, it was a little funny, but also that kid probably is going to have some some issues, body issues, not other issues. Who am I to say if someone's going to have an issue or not? So then we went to triceps. I tried to stretch my tricep on the way back up and control the weight with my tricep. Dude, just me doing that hurt my bicep. I'll get to that in a second. And then I tried to, push the weight back down my tricep, flex it and all that. Then those biceps, I felt that preacher, that plate loaded hammer strength preacher is amazing. I don't know what it is about it. I have never used it. I never used it like consistently before, but I get such a good mind muscle connection out of it. I didn't feel my forearm once. That whole time felt like my bicep was tearing off the bone. Just such a breakdown of the muscle and stretch, and like such a good stimulus out of it, which was awesome. And then I walked on the treadmill for about 50 minutes. Now I'm heading home. I think I have tuna sandwich. That's on my meal plan. I'm gonna make a tuna sandwich. I'm going to make some ground beef while I do it for my next meal. I'm going to play Siege with the boys and probably Rocket League. Probably a little bit of Rocket League too. So, yeah, that's about all I have. If nobody's told you today, Jesus loves you. If you don't know him and you want to know him, I'd love to tell you about him. So, tomorrow's a rest day. I won't film anything. Saturday's legs. So, and I'm gonna have to go hard. I'm not looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. I need my legs to grow. So, see y'all next time.